Okay, good afternoon. I have my first ripe pepper. You can see it's not completely changed, but I couldn't wait any longer. It's been changing color for a couple of days now. I noticed it the other day when it was kind of brownish. But this is a super chili again. So we'll do a transitioner one. Yeah, it's just pretty small. But it's nice and bright red on the end here. So I'm going to break off the stem. And we'll see how hot this bad boy got. Ooh, tangy. Ooh, hot. Warm right in there. Drool. Lots of drool already. Ooh, sing. Ooh. Roof of my mouth. Whole tongue. Inside of my mouth just lit up. Oh. Flirting with getting the hiccups here. Face is warm, starting to sweat a. There we go, hiccups. Starting to sweat a little bit in my face. My lips are just flaring up now too. Mainly my bottom lip and on, excuse me, corners, but excuse me again. Ooh. Yeah, lots of drool. Back of my throat. The saliva's thickening up and mucusizing, if that's a word. It is now, I guess. But yeah, tons of drool. Wow. My tongue got a good glow happening right on top, just flaring up. Building just a little bit. Still. Ooh. Burn on my lips is no. Strengthening right on this side, on top and bottom. Right here, the corners of where my lips meet. Drool just keeps on coming. Flavor-wise, it was similar to the other super chilies I've had. A little bit sweeter, but a lot more tangy is what I noticed when I first bit into it. Just a burst of the vitamin C coming through and the vitamin A gave it that nice color. But it was burst of heat right away. It's now my nose is starting to run. Can't really taste anything now. My sense of taste is kind of dulled. Inside of my mouth. My tongue and the roof of my mouth are going a little bit numb-ish. Not completely numb, but numb to taste. And they feel kind of buzzy. And my whole face is just warm with sweat. That hasn't evaporated yet. Nose is running good. It's now built to a level. It kind of feels somewhat analogous to a Habanero burn or a Naga burn. Ramped up in the intensity a little bit. The roof of my mouth is domed over with numbness. Oh, I was already sweating before I started this, but man. Yeah, I can't really taste anything now. Yeah, my taste sensors are short-circuited at the moment from the heat. Drool just isn't giving up. And my nose is starting to clog up, it's running so much. Ooh! Lips are still glowing pretty nicely. Now that the intensity died down on this side, it's all settled into an overall almost tingly, buzzy warmth. Oh, it's quite pleasant actually. Yeah, it feels like there's a spot of blackness, a void, right on the roof of my mouth. I can't feel it. That's not entirely true. It's just numb to taste. It feels tingly, but not numb. If that makes any sense. I suppose it does. Tapering off. Corners of my mouth, I feel a little bit more now than the lips. But if I sit still for a moment, I can feel that my lips are still glowing fairly well. Nose is cleared up. Still drooling. That's, wow, good thing to get your digestive juices flowing. Chop up a couple of these in a stir fry, or throw them on a sandwich or something, because they don't have, they're not very juicy, but they're not waxy like some ornamental or bird peppers, the ones that grow straight up even when they're fully grown. They're not really tough. They're not really juicy though, like some other, or watery. But yeah. Lips are still burning a little bit, especially on the corners. But the overall glow in my mouth has settled down. It's all relatively the same level at this point, except the spot on the roof of my mouth is still borderline numb to taste and a little bit buzzy feeling and tingly. Almost like I can't feel it. So yeah. Super chilies get pretty damn hot once they turn red, so yeah. Good stuff. And the flavor is pretty good and nice tangy zip from the vitamin C. Definitely recommend eating those. It's a different taste, but it's not something that's unpleasant to throw a small amount of that in, like I said, a stir fry or a sandwich or a wrap or anything along that line to give it a pretty good kick. These seem like they would be good pickled. I like pickled stuff, especially peppers, so maybe I'll give that a try depending on how many more pods I get off of this plant, or off of these plants. I have 6 plants of the super chili. So yeah, all right. Take it easy.